All right, Metallica fans, I have a very important question that we need to explore today. Was Metallica better with Cliff Burton? Now, Metallica has had three bassists over the years. We started with Cliff, then we went to Jason, and finally we have Robert Trujillo. Now, I don't often review the older catalog in which Cliff Burton plays, so today we're going to go back in time to 1983, and we're going to watch Metallica play Seek and Destroy at the Metro in Chicago, Illinois. We're going to see what Cliff Burton has in a live setting. Does he put the rest of the Metallica bassists to shame, or does Jason or Robert come out on top? We must first seek and then destroy the weak link. Now, let's be honest, you might be seeking out the path to becoming a guitar god, but in reality, your chops are destroyed. They're a mess. If that's the case, you're going to want to sign up to my free guitar newsletter below. You get free tabs. By far the best deal is my Patreon page, though. That's where you get all of my courses and tabs, and I just released a brand new course on Patreon called How to Play Guitar. Takes you from step 0 to 666, the ultimate seek and destroy method. Now grab yourself some WAP juice and let's talk about Seek and Destroy. Apparently it's been played 1,525 times live as of October 2019, but Creeping Death has been played more, just a few more times, 1,533, and Master of Puppets 1,670 times. And that makes sense because Master of Puppets is probably their most popular song, at least among Metallica fans. Lyrics, what are they about? As the title of this track implies, the lyrics are based on the singer's desire to seek out and destroy a certain enemy. As such, it has been hypothesized that the addressee, or the one whom they want to destroy, is actually a reference to their early music rivals in LA. So in that sense, Seek and Destroy would actually be akin to a musical battle song. Seek and destroy the competition. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to hit 6.9 ounces of WAP juice here and we'll get going. Disgusting, heinous, foul substance. Okay. Cans of power are on. I see Papa Het in view. Let's do this. Metallica Seek and Destroy live at the Metro, Chicago, Illinois, 1983. That's 40 years ago.
All right. We got some maniacs here tonight. That's what
He's
I
got
like
the
to
bullet
see, some thrashing
wrist
out there.
necklace. That's pretty cool. We got some thrashers out there. Seek out some thrashers.
Ready to seek and come on.
Come on now.
And all right, seek
a little better.
and destroy.
Keep in mind, these guys are all like 19 and 20 at the time of this recording. It's just insane. Now, this main riff is really interesting. I actually tabbed it out this morning in preparation for this video, and it's really like a hybrid of two different scales. So if you're interested in music theory or playing guitar, let's check this out. You basically have the pentatonic or blues scale. It's really a blues scale, which sounds like this. And then, because the reason I say that is because of this note right here, which is the flat 5, the blue note, the devil's interval. You know, you have this tritone difference or augmented fourth between the root and the flat 5th. A to E flat is an augmented fourth. But then there's this figure here, which has a flat 2nd degree, or the B flat, and that kind of implies the A Phrygian scale. And here's the A Phrygian scale. Now, I mean, was, Papa Het aware of what he was doing here? Well, maybe, maybe not. I mean, you do have to keep in mind that Cliff Burton was a very educated musician, right? He studied Bach and other great composers. So it's probably fair to say that Cliff, had a lot of influence on sort of the music theory direction of the band. That's one of the most compelling aspects for me, that Cliff was the greatest bass player in Metallica, was just his musical insight and training. Let's back it up just a little bit and soak up this incredible riff. Everybody's playing a flying V here. It's like the Dave Mustaine influence. What do you mean you don't play a flying V? It's the greatest shape. Okay, we just modulated to the key of E. There's Cliff. Finally, we get to see Cliff. All right. Let's go. I mean, even at the age of 20, James Hetfield is such a great frontman, very engaging with the crowd. Look at him. He's got all his moves down. Playing with that 3-finger pick grip. I'm looking for you to start up a fight. You're gonna be dying 1,000 deaths. That's a lot of deaths. I prefer just 666 deaths, if possible. Seek and destroy. Metallica's attitude, you can see even back then, they were just sort of had a mental state engineered for success. If you look at the comments here, we have the Count saying this band is going to make it big someday. Well, the hindsight is 2020 sort of thing here. Boss says those kids have some raw talent. They'll probably go far. Bradley says even at such a young age, Hetfield seeps with charisma. He was born to be a frontman. That is very true. And I think if you want to be successful at really any endeavor in life, you have to be aggressive and pursue it. It's not, things don't just come to you, right? We sort of have this attitude in the modern day that meaning will just kind of knock at our door and life will work itself out somehow. But actually, the laws of thermodynamics indicate that if you don't aggressively pursue structure, disorder is the result. So Metallica really knew that and fought against it. Let's back up a little bit. He's really having a conversation with the audience. He's focused on them. There's Cliff. Now, notice, man, Cliff has huge hands. Notice he's playing with his fingers, right? Now, Newsted played with a pick. Now, Robert Trujillo, the current bass player, is back to fingering the G string, with his fingers. Which style do you think is better? I'm curious. Won't take it anymore. Pre-chorus. You will be dying 1,000 deaths. He's got his pointing move. A lot of people don't realize, we have bedroomitis because we just play guitar in our bedrooms, right? We're just playing with our wood all day in our bedrooms. But if you get up on stage, then you have this interactive component between you and the audience, and that adds a lot of extra stuff. You can't just focus on playing guitar. You actually have to interact with people. So that's something that you have to practice if you really want to become a guitar god. I love this chromatic descending line. G, F sharp, F, E. F sharp, F, E. That's having some trouble with his mic stand. Bridge. Back to A. A stands for it's asinine how good this song is. Okay, Kirk is going to hit us up with some leads. Colorful notes there. Yeah, even back in the day, Kirk was using the wah pedal. What's that you say, Kirk? That's a cool little riff there. Now we're back to the main theme. It's worth noting that the riff is a fundamental unit of music composition. It has all three primary elements, right? You have rhythm, you have harmony, and you have melody. And if you can figure out how to be a riff lord, you really just win at life. That's what James Hetfield figured out. Of course, the vocalist is the most important member of the band, but even the vocalist is nothing without a strong riff to sing over. Stop trying to finger your G string at 69 miles per hour all the time, right? Figure out how to write these powerful riffs that communicate to people. And then sure, you can shred over the top, but the meat and potatoes, the main course of music is the riff. Gotta be whack juice. Okay, back to the verse riff. There's an awful lot of oh going on. It makes me think of, there's a lot of memes that talk about oh, right? We overcomplicate things so oftentimes as guitar players. But that reference to the root, that tonic pitch, is so important. It's the real essence of Western tonal music itself. So don't be afraid to play some oh. There's the point. Give me some points, James. Ooh. Kirk's doing a little flubbing. That's okay, Kirk. We still love you. Look at the metal bling on everybody's fingers and hands. Wow. True thrashers. Seek and destroy. Oh yeah, an evil laugh. Ooh, I like this riff. That chromatic descending line, but then they go to the flat 7D too. And here it comes. D, back to E, G, F sharp. Or whoops, G, F sharp, F, E. That's just cool. And there's Cliff. We don't get a lot of Cliff footage here. There he is. Give it to me, Cliff. Another riff. Surprise riff here. Whoa, somebody was off a minor second there. Listen. There it is. Ouch.
All right.
You know, that's what we're all so afraid of, right? When we play live, we don't want to make a mistake, but you have to keep in mind that Beethoven said to make a mistake is insignificant, but to play without passion is inexcusable. The minutia, of what we're doing is not what people are paying attention to. It's the vibe, it's your energy, it's your overall delivery. Now, after watching that performance, do you think that Cliff Burton is the best Metallica bassist of all time? Of course, a big component to consider here is that Cliff passed away back in 1986 in a bus accident. Posthumous popularity is a real thing. However, it's undeniable that he really did have a unique style and sound. And actually, I had a little clip here of just the isolated bass track. Let's listen to this. This is interesting. So this is Seek and Destroy. Wow. That's really unique and different. Just his phrasing, his strings sound like really old there. I don't know if they actually are, if that's just the tone. It is time, my friends, to seek out the guitar god path, destroy everything in your way, and reach that coveted level 666.42069. Also want to mention I just added Discord to my Patreon page. This has been a lot of fun, just talking to you guys about music on a daily basis. It's a great way to stay inspired and to meet friends. Sometimes you just feel like you're alone on your own musical journey, and this kind of keeps you on track and motivated. I know motivation is something that kind of comes and goes, but when you're around a group of people that are all doing the same thing, it's easier to stay consistent. God bless Dave Mustaine, and I will see you guys in the next WAP Juiced infused piece of content. Cheers.